Hello and welcome to All Aboard Resin Creations. I did this trinket tray a few videos back, this Geode effect, using mica powder, and my friend came around the other day and she said, oh, that's lovely, can you make me a clock like that for my kitchen? So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So her kitchen's blue, she's a blue lover like me, so I've got a variety of mica powders to use. I've got a few different makes. I've got Arteza ice blue. I've got, I don't know how to pronounce that, sky blue, and I've got Arteza space grey, and I don't know what make that is, but that's white. I've got a selection of glitters. I've got holographic blue glitter, I've got a silver glitter and a baby blue glitter, and I've also got, I put this in the other one, and this is a mirror crushed glass, so I've got that one, and I've also got some blue mirror crushed glass. So I'm going to chuck it all in today. So if you haven't seen the other video, what happens is by laying mica powder, and this is going to be an eco pour, and by laying the mica powder down first, well, I've not used this one yet, the eco pour doesn't get under the mica powder, and then that's what creates the craters to give that effect. So I'm just going to start laying down some powders, and I think I'll go over in two different directions as well. I'll go over to here and get some of this colour down, and we're just going to keep adding different colours and glitters to this mould. So that's that baby, no, what was that one? Ice blue. And I'm going to use the sky blue, and same again. I'm going to go, that was a big chunk there, but that's okay, it'll just leave a nice big crater. Sprinkle that on. It does use up quite a bit of mica powder doing it this way, but you know, it does give a really lovely effect in the end. And you can pick up some cheap mica powders now, especially off places like Temu. So I'm going to lay that one down there. So I think I've got quite a lot to add, so I'm just going to be adding all the mica powders, the glitters, and then the crushed glass. So I think I'll put you on a little bit of a fast forward while I'm doing this, and then I'll see you all again in a minute. Right, I think that's okay for all the powders and stuff. So I'm just going to go and get some Eco-Pour mixed up. I'm using Resin today, so I'll get that mixed up and then we'll be back to put some colour in the Eco-Pour and get it poured. So I'm just mixing up my Resin now. I put in 700 grams of powder and 210 grams of water, and I've just mixed that until all the powder's nicely mixed in and you've got a nice creamy texture there, a bit like batter mix. So I'm going to be using Homeware Designs pigment today, and it's in the Blue Lagoon, so give that a shake. And then I'm going to add a few drops of this in here, and then I'm just going to swirl it around, and then we'll pour that like that. So I'm going to pour it from both sides and just let it find its way into the middle. I'm going to pour it where all the gaps are, if that makes sense, and just let it find its way over the top of all that mica powder and glitter and crushed glass. So I'm just going to let it start its own little journey. And a bit more over this side now. So it doesn't matter if this hasn't filled up all the way to the top, because it will be quite heavy being IntoResin. So I hope she's got a nice solid wall to put this on. So I'm just going to make sure it's all covered. Bit there that still needs a bit. I might as well just use it all up. It's not going to fill it up completely, but it'll be more than enough for this pour. And you do need to keep an eye on this for a little while, because of how much mica powder that's down there. It will create some air pockets and you will get like quite a lot of bubbles coming up from the mica powder. So just keep an eye on it every so often and pop those bubbles. Right, so that's that all done. Just going to give it a gentle tap just around the outsides, and I think I'm just going to, that bit there was quite a thick bit of powder there, so I'm just going to tease that over the top, over that bit there, just so it doesn't leave a complete hole. Right, that should be okay now. Just squish that down a bit there, I think. There's quite a lot of powder there. I'm a bit overboard with that bit. So we're just going to leave this to cure now, and then we'll be back for demould, and then we can put the clock mechanism on it. So I'll see you all in a little while. Right, this is all cured up now, so let's pop this out and see how it's looking. Get all these bits out from the middle, and there's going to be lots of mica still left on the mould, so expect that if you do this and you demould. Let's just get that middle bit out. Right, so yes, we've got all of that left on there. I suppose you could do a resin pour over that afterwards, couldn't you? Save wasting it. So I might pop that to one side and do something with that another time. Right, let's have a look. Ooh, liking that. Right, there's going to be lots of mica powder that's loose, so we need to brush all that away. I'm just using a soft brush, and I've just put this down just to catch all those bits. So let's brush this all off, and then we can take a closer look at it. Pleased with how the marbling has turned out as well. Quite often you get like a really nice marbling on the back and not on the front, but yeah, pleased with this. Hopefully she'll like it as well. Right, let's have a little close up at this. So you've got those dent bits in there. Lots of lovely sparkle. I hope you're picking that up as much as what I am in real life. So you've got all of those craters. Nice big crater in the middle there. I think still needs to be, still quite a bit that needs to be brushed out, I think. The loose. Let's just give it another brush over. Too bad actually. It's not as bad as the tray was. So that's how that's looking. What do you think? You've got the glitter in there and those bits there, look. Got the blue stones as well that's shining through. So yes, liking that. And because it's got no numbers on it, you can decide which way you want your clock hands to be. So I suppose that's up to her really, which way she wants it. I'll put it one way, but then she'll have to, well, no, otherwise she'll have to unscrew it all. So yes, very nice. So what I'll do is I'm going to leave this till tomorrow to give it a seal over with some wax. But in the meantime, I'll just show you what it looks like with the clock hands on, shall I? So let's, and you can buy lots of different mechanisms on places like Amazon that have got different length middle bits, depending on how thick your piece is. So let me just check that one. I think it might need a slightly bigger one. Let's try that one. Where's the hole? There it is. Yeah, I think that one might be better, because by the time you've got that goes on there, so that's so you can hang it as well. Then you've got a little rubber pad that goes on next, and then you've got your hands, and some come with the minute hand and some don't. So this one does, and then you've got your washer and your nut to put it all together. So let's decide which way we want this to go. Shall we do it that way? Oh, decisions. Should we have that at the top? Oh God, I don't know. Let's have it that way, shall we? That way? Yeah, let's do it that way. So pop that underneath, and then you want your washer on top of there, and then your little, I just put gloves on because I knew I was going to get mica everywhere. Then your little nut on top of there, and you want to make sure that's screwed in tightly. So I'm just going to take a pair of pliers and then just give that a couple of extra, oh, let's just check it's got the hanging in the right place. Yep, so make sure that's facing number 12, and then give that, tighten that up, just so that doesn't move around at the back. And then with the hands, you have to put the small hand on first, and then they just click in. Oh, these must be for the other. Certain hands only fit certain things. Right, I just need to go and get some different hands. Right, before I actually put the hands on, I've got a chrome marker pen there. So what I'm going to do is, it's only got like a fine point to it. So I thought I'd just go in like I did with the tray and put some, where should I do it? So around here, just doing some little silver lines in there. Like that. So I'll follow through, let's find the thin bit. Right, so that's there. Coming round on here. And round that bit. I think I'll do a bit on, this bit of marble in here. And some over here, and on this bit here, I think. Let's do some along here. Take that down there. Where else should we do? I think I might do up around this bit here. Bit along this edge here, I think. So that's looking like that. What do you think? Shall we leave it as that? Yes, I think so. Let's leave it at that. Right, so the hands, you have to put the small hand on first, and you just push it down and you'll feel the resistance there. So if you start it at 12 o'clock, then take your bigger hand, and then that will clip on. There's like a couple of little ridges there, and you can push that down, and then make sure that there's gaps in between. So you can either, some come with a minute hand and some don't. The ones that don't just have this little piece here, and you just cap it off. But the ones with the second hand, you just put that on the same. There's a little bobble in the middle, and you just fit that over the top like that, and then we'll pop a battery in there. Right, goes that way round. Let's get it in. Put that end in first. There we go. There, and there we have our clock. So let's put it at, let's just put it at 3 o'clock. There. So that's our clock done. Lots of lovely sparkle in that one. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today, and if you'd like to subscribe, if you're not doing so already, then go ahead. It doesn't cost anything. That's if you'd like to, and leave me a comment of what you think, and stay tuned for the pictures at the end, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.